Welcome everybody to ESC Fan TV. It's a Sunday night, and as always, we are talking Sweden. We are talking Melodifestivalen, Melfest, whichever is your preference. And we are specifically talking semi-final three, all the way from the north of Sweden in Luleå, which I clearly mispronounced. But there we go. That's just another Stuart-ism. We are here to talk about Melfest semi-final three. That's the key point. Did the right winners go through? Did the right songs qualify? Was your favourite going through and making its way to the grand final in Stockholm in just a few weeks' time? Should we find out who is on the show this evening? Let's do that. We have on my left-hand side, we have bandana-wearing Superman. We have Aliette.
Well, I guess that's better than being miscast in a High School Musical reboot. Thanks, Nicholas. Hello, everyone.
Talking of which, we have everyone's favourite Dane. We have Nicholas.
Hello from the best country in Scandinavia.
I suspect the chat room might have something to say about that. Just you wait, Nicholas. There's some heat coming. Let's move to the far left, bottom left, in fact, all the way on the bottom, which, as we know, is exactly how he likes it. How are you, Oben?
How did you know that, Stuart? Oh, sorry, you're talking about the location of my whatever. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm excited. Let's do this.
Good to see you again, my friend. I hope you're well. Joining us tonight, we have returning to the ESC Fan TV. We have Sean.
Hi. On my own tonight. Ian's poorly sick, got a migraine, so just me.
And you can see you're heating up the house. There's a bloody big fire going on behind you. We'll keep an eye on it for you, Sean. Don't worry.
Yeah, please.
Far right, we have all the way from Belgium, but you wouldn't know it because she's supporting Sweden. We say hello to Eileen.
Hello. I'm so happy to finally be on the show of Sweden because it's my all-time favorite country in Eurovision. So let's prepare for some love from me.
Yeah, we're going to get into the 7 songs shortly. Just a reminder, those on the chat room, give us some love yourselves. Click that like button. And if you haven't already, and what are you doing? Click the subscribe button. If you are watching on Twitter, make sure you find your way over to our YouTube channel. Same if you're on Facebook. If you're on our Insta and you haven't checked out a show yet, make sure you do. We love your comments, good and bad. Make sure you interact with us. If you are sick and tired of our faces, and I can't imagine why that would be the case, but if you are, you can listen to us on the way to work. You can tune into our podcast and you can catch up with what is going on at ESC Fan TV because we've got a hell of a week coming up. Right, let's get straight into it. The north of Sweden. We're not going to do this in song order, so don't expect exactly the same order as you were watching last night. We're going to start with the songs that didn't quite make it. We're going to find out what our panel think of them. Let's start with song 1, which was Albin Johnsén with Livet börjar nu. Let's start with Elliot. Elliot, what did you make of this ballad? Was it a ballad? It was a ballad sort of mixed with a bit of everything, wasn't it?
It was kind of like ballad, but not slightly mid-tempo. It was in that weird sort of BPM range. Oh my God, like, Jesus Christ, how was this in the final 28? I mean, Albin Johnsén can sing. He did that in 2016 when he's in the duo with Rick, and he can sing and he can perform well. He sounded so flat, though, last night. I don't know what happened. Like, is everyone in Sweden just, like, got a cold or struggling with their vocals this year? It seems so weird. And then I know the song, like Gustav explained, like, it's like Life Begins Now, like the rebirth and everything, but it felt like, you know, like the film Midsommar that came out last year and was a bit cultish and a bit weird and didn't quite make sense? That is how I felt. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, there was a ladder, there was a piano, they were throwing petals. I couldn't tell you what happened. I think this is more confusing than Samantha Tina and the Roop and all of them combined, to be honest. Completely lost. Lost at it.
Kind of a weird mix of rap and pop. I mean, you see a lot of this type of genre in Sweden, but usually it works. It just felt a little bit out for me. Let's go and see what Oben thinks. What did you make of it?
I really didn't bother my brain to think about this one as that much. It's too generic. The only original thing about this song was the language, and to be fair, Swedish wasn't that original language anyway. It's just radio friendly, not competitive, and exactly I agree with Aliette. It's just surprising that it's chosen to perform at the semis.
Yeah, and Sean, was this your cup of tea? Was this something that you were surprised it didn't quite get through?
Oh, not
Spill the tea, darling. Spill the tea.
Oh, you know what? Just like Aliette said, a piano on the stage. Now, I wouldn't mind if someone were playing it. The piano featured at the start of the song, but yeah, it's just a piano. Yeah, so what? I know 5 people who's got pianos. I just don't get it. No one was playing the piano. He put his foot up on it at one point. I mean, did somebody not turn up? Was there supposed to be a pianist there? Do you know what I mean? Could they not have got people from the audience just to sit there and pretend? No, it's bizarre. The staging was all over the place. It was flat as a witch's tit, as we say in the UK. It hit quite a few bum notes, quite a weak vocalist, I thought. And such a shame. Yeah, such a shame.
Eileen, I know you're uber positive about Sweden, but what did you make of this one yourself?
Well, this is probably the only song that I don't remember anymore from last semi-final of yesterday. Not because it was that bad, it wasn't awful, of course, but yes, it was just my least favorite. And from the first snippet, I already predicted that this would come last, and I think I was right.
Yeah.
So it wasn't bad, but I need more.
Yeah, Liebe for you new is all I remember of this song. I think that was what was repeated not multiple times. Nicholas, what did you make of this?
I always say that it's so nice that there are always these artists who are kind enough to give us a little toilet break every once in a while. Because, we need them. We have some long days, watching all these national finals. So that's really nice of them. Let's just be happy that this song actually went through and was in one of the Melodifestivalen semifinals. Because who knows, if it had been rejected, maybe the BBC would have picked it up.
Oh, ouch! Oh, I think my heart's just fallen out of my body. Okay, let's move on. Clearly, no one was feeling Albin last night. Not literally, but let's move on to song 2. Song 2, Amanda Aasa. I could get in trouble with that pronunciation, aren't I? With the song Late, but it was in Swedish throughout. I think the only thing I can say about this is that for Amanda, clearly lime green is the new black. It had a cool vibe of a song. For me, was a bit of a gentle breeze, though, and it just didn't quite resonate for me. But I'm keen to know what the panel think. Let's start with Sean this time. Sean, what did you make of Late?
I thought it was quite funky. Still trying to really work out what the song meant. The staging was great. The green light box was good. I like how it all came across. But all I get from the song is just so what? I just don't think it was anything particularly special. Hence it didn't go through. So, yeah.
And Ola, what did you make of this?
Still, I really thought that this was a very, 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 very lame performance. The beat was lame, the vocals were lame, but nothing was climactic about this song. I don't even I couldn't I read that it was in Swedish, but when I was listening, it's is it French? It didn't sound like Swedish. It didn't sound like French. It didn't sound like English. I was totally confused, and I just all of a sudden I found myself the song was finished. I was okay. That gave me something to keep my mind busy for the 3 minutes, so that was good.
And Aliette.
Yeah, the staging was cool, the camera was cool. It all kind of, even from her outfit, the whole visual aspect gave me very Dua Lipa. It gave me a lot of that sort of modern pop sort of feel. The issue with this is that Amanda isn't that personality. She isn't that sort of person like Dua Lipa is, and you needed someone who could really sell that. Even when it's a slow beat, you can really sell it. I just think this is the wrong song for the wrong artist, sadly, because Amanda's voice is nice, but it was just too light for this sort of song. It just needed a bit more, not aggression, but just a bit more power behind it, and a bit more sass and I don't give a damn about it all, and it would have really worked, because the concept was there and I liked the concept. Just the delivery was off, sadly. And it's a shame because Amanda did seem really sweet, especially when Gustav spoke to her back in November. And she seemed really happy to do this. But it's just another P4 Nasdaq winner that hasn't even got into the top 5 and is now getting to the point of how many more of these young artists are going to be set up to fail now, because that's what it felt like last night. You've got this young impressionable girl trying her best, but they've given her the wrong song. And
Well, to be fair, she did write it, but as you said,
Never
well,
mind
you know,
it.
sorry to
concept
throw
was
that
wrong
one at
there.
you.
Something was off about it. I'm going to guess the god, but something was off, and that's where my issue lies. I didn't
Do you know the
realise she
funny
wrote
thing
it.
is-
Whoops.
The funny thing is, this P4 Nasta business, it never seems to work, does it? Because nobody who wins ever goes through. It's kind of like, well, what's the point?
I think once we've had someone come 5th, and that was Smilo in 2016. I think that's the only time they've ever got out of the bottom 2 from memory.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say though, on a positive, I thought her vocal was very good. Just the song was kind of okay. I think I probably listened to it a number of times, but there was nothing particularly spectacular about it. Aline, did you like it? What did you think?
I have to agree with you, to be honest. I liked the total overall package. I mean, it was good enough to be in Melodifestivalen, I think. I would love to see her again in a few years, maybe, because I think she's a good artist. And like you said, in that specific competition where one artist gets to Melodifestivalen, I liked the act of last year, Lover of Faldaro, a lot. So I really wanted to go to the next round, but it didn't. And this year again, I was kind of supportive to her because I knew that those acts get a hard time sometimes, and I just wanted it to advance. But the others were just stronger, and I guess she has to try again some year.
Yeah, she will. And Nicholas, just round this one up, and then we'll move on to the next song.
Yeah,
Not trying to hurry you, obviously.
I think she could be good in a few years. I'm sure about that. It is this whole thing with these like P4 Nesta is that some of these are artists that don't have that much experience on stage. I think the song was all right, and I thought this actually, out of all these we've seen over the past couple of years, I thought, okay, this may actually have a chance of like going through, maybe just to the second chance round. But she was just too stiff on stage, unfortunately, and I think that's in the end like what made it not like work for her.
I think we've also got to remind ourselves, though, that Melodifestivalen is not just a Eurovision show. It's to showcase music in Sweden. And I do think sometimes we talk about some of the artists that come back, and we'll come on to Mariette and Mohombi shortly. But the objective may not very well be to get to Eurovision. It may just be to release music and to widen their reach. And so some songs just aren't going to work on stage, but they work through music streaming, don't they? But anyway, that's Amanda Aasa with Late. Song 3, Faith Kakembo. Oh, I really love this song. I'm so disappointed. Crying Rivers. Real soulful ballad. Reminded me a bit of something I would have heard from Randy Crawford back in the day. Loved it. It was beautifully sung, beautifully performed. Just didn't quite make it. Elliot, what did you make of this?
I am so mad this got eliminated because she, hands down, was the best last night vocally. Her voice is gorgeous. Like, proper sort of like Diana Ross, Whitney Houston, soulful vocal. But this song was wrote by Jürgen Olofsson, who wrote For You for Mariette, and it's the same issue. Good singer, terrible song. The song was beneath her, and I think that's what it down, because the song went nowhere. The song went nowhere for 2.5 minutes, and you've got this beautiful voice just lumping this pretty awful song around, and that's the annoying part, because you've got to go on the song. The song wasn't good enough, no, but she was. I just hope that she doesn't get herself down about this, because she seemed like, when she got knocked out, she seemed really like a bit like she didn't hide her face. She seemed really quite dejected, sadly. So I hope, she carries on, she keeps doing her practitioner work as a nurse and keeps singing, and then next year comes back with a better song and absolutely smashes it, because there's so much potential in her, and I'm so gutted she got knocked out. So gutted.
Oh, I totally agree. I think we'll see her again. Oban, what did you make of it?
Stuart, I think I would change Faith with Mariette in the final within a blink of eye. It's just nothing much to say. It's just a class act, absolutely. Like, while I was watching her, it was her performance, her presence on the stage was comforting and hypnotizing. I just relaxed for 3 minutes, lay back, relax, and enjoy her deep voice. And I could imagine myself listening to her like 30 minutes, an hour concert easily.
Thank you, Albin. Sean?
Yeah, just like the other guy said, she's got an absolutely beautiful voice. It's like melted chocolate. It's just an absolutely gorgeous voice. I love the sparkly top. Simple staging, but again, the song was just too weak. It was just rather repetitive. It just kept going over the same thing over and over again. Yeah, what a shame. What a shame. Much potential there, and I hope she comes back next year.
And I think there's a great point there from Swede Mara. Thanks for your comments, Swede Mara. We keep seeing them coming through. It's good. Crying Rivers will work on radio, though. I totally agree. I think it will be one of those songs that you play now over and over again whilst you're doing the ironing or driving to work or whatever you do when you're listening to music on streaming services. Nicholas, before I come to Aline, what did you make of this quickly?
Yeah, I just want to say, I think, like, you know, going on to the point that we just talked about, with these, like, you know, this is just as much a place where artists can kind of, like, you know, showcase themselves. I think for her, this was a great song. I think in one of the other two semifinals we've seen, I think this could have easily gone through because it's very sweet. I think, you know, she proved herself as an artist here, and I think we will see her back, because I think there will be, you know, some interest surrounding her after this. Yeah.
And finally, Aline, round this off. What did you make of this?
This was my 6th place in this semi-final, to be honest. I'm not a ballad fan. Easy point. But when I saw her for the first time back in November, I had kind of confidence in her because she looked kind of interesting. And I was looking forward to hear her song, but then I heard that it was a ballad, and I was like, oh no, please, no, don't be a ballad. And the staging was nice, that's true, but the song didn't do anything for me, to be honest. So I would have put Amanda Aasa 5th and her 6th. So sorry.
And we've got Aasa S is saying, I loved Faith's voice, but the song was a bit boring. So good comments coming through. Keep your comments coming through, guys. We will read them out, or at least put them on the screen. But those who are in the chat room, click the like button. Very important. If you haven't already, please click subscribe. Again, very important. Let's get on to the songs that did make it through to at least Andra Chansen and maybe the grand final. Song 4 is Anis Don Demina. Did I pronounce that correctly? Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, what? Sorry.
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, exactly. I have to first point out that I've never ever seen a purple jumpsuit quite like what I saw Anas wearing. So I'm keen to know what we thought. Would you be seen in a purple jumpsuit, Sean?
I think you've got one on the sly, haven't you?
Yeah, you know me so well.
Oh yeah. This song, I didn't do anything for him. Rap music, no. In fact, to be honest, he put the C in rap, didn't he? It's not for me, I'm afraid. Not my cup of tea, as I say. I mean, some of the lyrics, if I've deciphered these correctly, one of the lyrics says, "If you have a dream, you can chase it, and if the dream is a pie, you have to cook it."
Oh, I love that.
Really?
Now
But
I see why it
he had a
was Swedish.
magazine. He was on the front cover.
Woo! So have I. I mean, look.
If FO and O
What
can
did
get
you
through
think?
with every time you bake, I want to eat cake. You know, this can get through as well, right?
Okay.
That's true. There have been some very interesting lyrics in Melfest. Aline, what did you think of this?
Oh, I was loving this so much. It's not the best song in the world, of course, but this is just so much fun. And I had the same feeling as with Vamos Amigos last week. So this is just a party. And even though it's not the best song, when my feet are moving, I just have to put it among my qualifiers. So that's what he did. And I'm happy that Annie's finally going to the next rounds, because I loved his song a lot last year as well. But then I think he came 5th, and now he's advancing, so I'm happy. So I'm a happy person.
He's getting closer, that's for sure. Oban, did you like this one?
Stuart, I'm gonna tell you this, that I am very passionate about this guy. I think this guy is Sweden's luck. I think this guy will break the wall between the Eurovision fans and the Swedish representative. Like last 4 or 5 years, this Eurovision act from Sweden, like they were produced in a laboratory, like just guinea pigs. That is perfect voices, perfect staging, perfect performance, everything is perfect, and then Eurovision fans fail to connect. And this guy is just having fun on stage. He's relatable, he's likable, he's just being himself and enjoying the moment. And I think SVT needs him more than he needs SVT. So I hope this guy can get the chance to represent Sweden.
Very positive thoughts from you, Over. That's very, good to hear. Nicholas, what did you make of this?
Yeah, easily one of the best songs we had this week. For me, I would have easily swapped this out with Mohombi. This was one that, in my opinion, should have gone directly to the final. It's so much fun. It's performed well. You know, he looks like he believes in this song and he just wants to make a big party. I really hope this one goes through because it 110% deserves to be in the final.
And finally, Elliot, wrap it up.
Oh, this is not getting through. This is being paired up against Felix for an easy out. Like, come on. Like, this is not going anywhere past second chance. If this is in the final over what else was in a second chance, it's quite clear which of these songs is going through to the final from second chance. Because, look, Don Demina is a great bloke. But, as someone put in the comments, his best acts have been when he has been a featured artist. Like when he performed with Zayana last year and when he did the World Cup song for Sweden in 2018 with Samir and Victor, which is how he got his name in Sweden. This bloke is a YouTuber. He does YouTube mainly, and that's how he got through, because he has a young audience who know him and will spam vote him. That's why he came second in the exit poll as well, because there was kids in the audience who know him, so we're naturally going to vote for him. This song, I mean, he looks chavtastic in his purple tracksuit. I mean, I love purple, but I won't be seen dead wearing that.
I would love to.
Aren't
see
you wearing
that,
purple?
I am, but there's grey on it as well, so and it's not all one colour.
Could you not have just worn all purple just for this show?
If he makes the final, maybe I will. Look, I have to agree. His energy is infectious, and it's just a bloke having the time of his life. And I applaud that. I absolutely love that. But also, we do need to remember this is a competition about singing. And let's be real, he either sounded knackered, or when he was, or when he wasn't on camera, it was just the backing. He did not sing much now, or he was shouting his way through it because he was knackered, because he was jumping around a lot. It will knacker you out. But this song was just loud. It was just sensory overload. And also, it's a bloody rip-off of Macklemore. I mean, come on, the bass line is exactly the same. How this got through without plagiarism catching it, I don't understand. But saying that, Anna Book got disqualified for nicking a song from Moldova in 2016, which is SVT still allowed through, until everyone went, that's the same song. So clearly their screening process is shite. But
also, Chandelier got through last week with Daughter. So it's the same song. I don't care.
We won't
Shots
talk about the
fired.
Danish song Yes then. Right, moving on. Let's move on to
Someone just below me is a bit mad now, I've seen.
Yeah, but I love
Nicholas,
Dotter,
it's just-
so I won't have that. So Drangarna also made Andra Chansen, and it's a real shame Tom's not on the show tonight, because he loves everything like this. He loves Sigurpa. He loved Arvingana last year as well, so he would have loved this. Tom, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, this one's for you. I love this. I thought it was fantastic. A bit of Irish jig in a Swedish Melodifestivalen. I love the staging. I thought their box they were standing on, or the fake box, was phenomenal with the lights behind it. Yeah, this is one to watch, in my opinion. I think it's qualifying for the final. Sean, what did you make of it?
Oh, who doesn't love a good barn dance, eh? Me. No. Oh, it's like... I'm sorry. I just think that this week is the weakest week so far of Melfest. And this, for me, it hit rock bottom. I mean, some of the lyrics, touch me, move, give me what I can handle. No. It translates as girl and boy, I believe, doesn't it? Pigger and dreng. or something.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, if the Swedes don't want it, the Irish will. I'm sure. It sounded more Irish than Swedish.
Just like that comment says, yeah. If 12 points from Ireland, if it gets through to Rotterdam, yeah. But that's all it'll get. That's all it'll get.
Fair enough. Oban, what did you think?
I found it exciting, Stuart. I mean, finally we can hear some instruments on the track from Sweden. It's not just like some electronically made up sounds, and then no, it's just we can hear instrument, which is I think music is about, and it's a refreshing sound from Sweden. And I mean, I don't think it's very Eurovision fans friendly, but I have to admit that I enjoyed it more than I would like to, so it's a good thing.
And Elliot,
Stuart, are you there?
yes. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Now
we
we
can.
can.
Did I just disappear temporarily?
You froze, yeah. You were just like stuck in
Did
time.
I? Oh, sorry about that. Am I back now? Am I now live on my show? Good. Elliot, what did you make of this one?
I mean, okay, Sean probably get the vodka ready because this is going through Andra Chansen. This will close the final and it'll probably get top 3 in the
And there he goes.
Because let's be honest, every single year...
I'm back.
He's gone.
He'll be back in a second. Yeah.
Because every year...
He's going to get some more wood with fire. He'll be back in a second.
Every year, Melodifestivalen has a song like this. They have a fun song in Swedish, which doesn't take itself seriously, and is always put as the show closer in the final, so it ends on an uplifting note. Of course it's not going to win. It's not even going to come close, but it puts the show on a fun ending, like Arvingarna did last year, and like Fuldans did the year before, and they both did well. I mean, this was just good fun. I mean, Gustav on his YouTube show when he did it in English says the name Drängarna actually means farmhands, hence why they're dressed like that. And the song is about them going to the barn dance and finding a girl. I mean, the lyrics are somewhat problematic in English, but I don't care. It's fun. You can switch off and have a good time. And just imagine this, Stuart, at London Eurovision party, if this came on, everyone would be very drunkenly Irish jigging, spilling very expensive drinks on themselves and on each other. And that'd be great to see.
As Captain Swedish, but great name, by the way. Captain Swedish, love the name. They are like farmland boys having fun on stage. Great stage and great song. Catchy, ESC 2020. Nicholas, what did you think?
Yeah, I think Aliette said everything that needed to be said. This is fun, and I think even someone put in the comments that this is like a guilty pleasure, and it definitely is for me as well. This just really like in a rather dire semifinal. This really like put a light like shining and a smile on your face. And you know, there was a point where I was like, you know what, this could actually potentially go like directly through. It didn't, but I think, like Aliette said, it'll go to the final. It'll be great there, and we'll all have a bunch of fun, especially the people who are drunk.
I agree. Aline, round this off. What did you make of this one?
I have to say something. Many people call this semi-final the weakest, and maybe it's not the strongest we've ever had. But when I have to like evaluate a show in its whole, I need regrets, because listening those songs in each other makes me feel like this is strong or this is weak. And when I hear the songs from yesterday behind each other, I don't think they are that bad, and they are fun. And this is Drangarna, and this is like, okay, this is fun, and this is the joke act that will be in the final, I think, and this is actually one of the better joke acts we've ever seen. It's nearly not a joke anymore, because it's really good. And yeah, nothing more to say, to be honest. Everything is
I don't think they think they're a joke act. I'd just like to put that out there. But do you know that interesting point, actually? We've just gone through 6 weeks of Norway, and I think it's fair to say there have been weeks where I've been tearing my hair out by the quality. However, their final was outstanding, and I guarantee we get to the final of Melodifestivalen, we'll have a superb final, and everyone will forget the semi-finals. It happens every year. There's always one semi-final. I think we can all probably relate to this. There's always one semi-final in every national competition that goes on for a number of weeks where we go, yeah, that wasn't very good. But it ultimately, you still get 2 songs which make up a really good final. Let's talk about the finalists. First of all, let's talk about Mohombi. I have no idea whether the panel think he came first or second. Let's find out. Oban, Mohombi in winners. Now, I was a big fan of Mohombi last year. This, for me, feels more of a bit of a gentle breeze. However, what do you think?
I think you all must have learned your lesson that I cannot have enough of cheesy pop songs, right? I mean, this is a great example of how to do a proper banger. I mean, this is like a little bit of remix, and then we will be listening this song in a Euro club like 10 times in a night. It's just, I'm gonna make a claim here. Eurovision Song Contest 2020 Grand Finale bronze medalist, Sweden Mohombi winners.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Elliot looks completely shocked. We'll come to Elliot shortly. Let's go Nicholas first. What did you make of this?
Where do I go from there? So, as everyone knows, I was a big fan of his song last year. I really like that. I wasn't typically a fan of his, but last year I really loved his song. This one, on the other hand, it's just too forgettable, in my opinion. There's nothing in this song that stands out. Like, first of all, he's borrowed the staging from a song that didn't even qualify at the Eurovision. And also, it's just, I don't know, I don't really look into the lyrics or anything. It's just a little bit too cheesy. He isn't stomping his foot like a toddler or whatever it was, Aliette, you said last year. He isn't doing anything, doesn't have any LED that makes it memorable. I think this went through because he is Mohombi. I don't think this went through because of the song, and I don't think it'll do so well in the final, because it's just, there are songs that are way more memorable that we have in the final at the moment, so I don't think this will go too far.
And in case you're wondering what backdrop Nicholas is talking about, of course he is talking about Sevak from that was nearly a fatal error, wasn't it?
You want to try again?
Oh, someone help me out. I've completely forgotten the countries. Thank you
Armenia.
very much. Sevak from Armenia. Oh, dodgy ground. Or a bunch of Kit Kat fingers that have been stuck at the back of him that have been lit up, as Elliot said off camera earlier. Elliot, talking of which, what did you make of this?
I mean, Nicholas is right. Last year he was stamping his foot like a toddler. He's ditched that. So that's good. This was more in line with what he does outside of Melodifestivalen, but his stuff outside the contest is still better, which makes me think, going back into what we said earlier about how many artists actually want to win this contest, I don't think he has an interest in winning or doing Eurovision. Otherwise, he would send something like Bumpy Ride, which is anthemic, almost like Turkish vibe with some real energy. He's not doing that. This was okay. Like I said, it was a gentle breeze. It was fine. It was inoffensive. He was in a wall of Kit Kats. He ditched his lift staging, like Gustav said he might fly or not. He chose not to fly. He'll probably fly in the final, though. But yeah, this will probably be song 4 or 5 in the final before a contender like Anna goes after him. It feels like filler in the final. And even with 8 direct qualifiers, when you put them against each other, some are just weaker, and I feel like this is one of the weaker direct qualifiers so far.
You're right. It's no Bumpy Ride. Bumpy Ride's a tune. I want to boom, bang, bang with your body go.
See, if he sent that, he would win it. I would love Sweden for it.
Phenomenal song. Sean, what did you make of Mohombi's effort this year?
Yeah, I love Mohombi. Last year, I loved Hello. I thought it was a great song. One of my favourites from last year. I was so disappointed in winners, I'm afraid. Like Nicholas said, I think he got through purely because he's Mohombi. Such a shame. Lyrically, it's weak. He put on his best performance as I think he could have done with the song. Thanks, Elliot. I now want a Kit Kat. Unfortunately, I don't think it was up to much. I was surprised it got through, but like you say, it's Mohombi. So, yeah, the fan favourites seem to have got through this week.
Yeah, well, let's see what Aline thinks. I think Aline probably got a different view, but what did you make of this?
What a surprise. I like it a lot. I think what I like the most about this song is Mohombi's vocals. I really like his voice sound in all of his music, and I think this is why this song is a bit more unique than its generic, because his vocals are on it, and forgettable. The song is stuck in my head for the entire day, so I don't think it's forgettable at all. Good song overall, well-deserved qualifier, and I think Mohombi just teach Sevak how to use his staging.
I think he could have. And I don't know if you just noticed there that Nicholas went to get a pack of Kit Kats. And there you go. There we go. Do you tend to prefer 2 or 4 fingers, Nicholas? Let's move on.
I'm not gonna answer that. Let's talk about Mariette.
Let's move on to Mariette with the song Shout It Out.
Oh no.
I have to say, first of all, because I know there have been some critics, it's fair to say, but didn't she look gorgeous in leather? Who doesn't like to see leather on a Eurovision stage? I have to say, I thought she was looking stunning. I much prefer it to the full in white that she normally wears. Let's start with Sean. Mariette, shout it out.
Oh, great staging, great camera work, great lighting. I love the silhouettes in the second half of the song. A strong song. And I love a magically appearing guitar. I love that. It's great. Sorry. Love
Awesome.
I love you.
I think it was a stronger song of the night. I'm glad it got through. It was co-wrote by the guy who wrote A Million Years as well, wasn't it? I believe, with Mariette in 2017, which is one of my favourite ever Melfest songs. So yeah, I don't think it's strong enough to win the entire competition, but I think it was certainly the strongest song of the night, and I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I actually think it's one of those songs that by the time we get to the final, I think it'll be well positioned in the final. It will certainly be regarded as a good finalist. Oban, what did you think of this?
Stuart, so I didn't watch the show live, right? I watched the replay of it. Replay, yeah, today.
Oh, you had to get that in, didn't you? Hashtag Cyprus.
So, and then I knew the result while I was watching. So for the first 30 seconds, I felt like, okay, this is a deserving finalist. Then after the 30 seconds, I closed my eyes and I just heard a girl band, which had no leading voices. So her voice was lost within the backing vocalist's voice. Then I opened my eyes and I saw a collaboration artist performing at an award ceremony without the collaborating partner. So I think it's just, I couldn't hear her, I couldn't see her. It's just, it didn't work for me.
Didn't quite work for you. Just a reminder, guys, those in the chat room, keep your comments coming through. Some great comments this evening. There's another one here from Jolien. Sorry if I've mispronounced that. Mariette was really good, although I don't think this is her best entry. Sadly, I don't think it's going to be Mariette's year. Also, guys, click the like button. Make sure you click subscribe if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. And also click the bell button. Ding that bell. That will keep you up to date with all the Eurovision content that we will bring you. And apparently, if you ding our bell, we will tell you when we go live as well. How good is that? Elliot, what did you make of this?
Right, okay, so Mariette's Direkt finale wasn't unjustified. That being said, and well done, she's now got the record of being the only person ever to go Direkt final 4 times in 4 attempts. That question I asked Gustav turned out no one's ever done that before. So well done, Mariette. That being said, with Oban's point about her voice getting lost, the issue is Mariette is not a belter. She only sings in head voice. Like, she only ever uses a head voice. And when you are using your own voice as the backing vocals, you're going to blend in with your own voice. She needed to belt, and she can't, especially when the song's called Shout It Out. I didn't like the staging. I mean, the reappearing guitar was clearly Anna Bergendahls, which vanished in 2010. You know, when that just drops into nothing, it's clearly just come back up off the floor. It felt such a mishmash in staging ideas for me. And it just sounds like her song Louder, which is the same sort of message of, yeah, do your thing, because, yeah, like, there's no substance to it. There is zero substance to the song, I feel like. And I do feel like Mariette got through, partly because they wanted her to have that record. Because if this was in any other heat against Dotter, Anna, Robin, or the Mamas, it won't beat them. And, you know, For You, that was the year she was meant to win, was with For You. She was the 28th song. It was all building up to Mariette. And she came 9th in the public vote in the final. And this song is weaker. So I am really worried for her public vote in the final. Because if she fell that low, what's going to happen? This is going to sound harsh, but again, this feels like filler for the final. Sadly, I feel like this is going to be song 10 before someone who's meant to win it will go on after her. And I love Mariette, and it hurts to say that because I love her and I do love her entries, but this is just, it is her weakest entry. It feels like she doesn't want to win this year and she's just doing it to get a song out. You know, if her single after 4 years was Time to Spare, if she'd saved that and sent that, she would have easily won this year, and I would have loved it because that is an amazing song by her, and that is quite dark and sexy. So she could have worn the dark leather because in the first 2 lines it says, "I'm feeling good in my new black threads." I just feel like there was too many ideas in this, sadly, and it just didn't work for me, and that pains me because I love Mariette.
I hear you with Louder. I definitely hear similarities, but I disagree with you that I think this is better than For You. I do sort of reflect on A Million Years, though, and think that was the song. That was the song which had so much potential. We'll come to Aline last because I know she's a huge Mariette fan. We'll have lots of nice things to say. We want to end with a positive. Let's see what Nicholas has to say.
Yeah, so last year it was Mohombi that me and Aliette didn't agree on. This year apparently it's Mariette. I think this was easily the best in this semifinal. I think this was really fun. I like that she is doing something that is more her style because she seems more comfortable in this. I gotta be honest, neither like A Million Years or Don't Stop Believing were songs that I liked at all. I thought they were way overrated. I really liked For You, and then it had the most awkward staging that we've ever seen in Melodifestivalen ever, which I think was the main thing that hurt that song because it didn't work for her at all. This year it seems like she is really just doing something that's just really fun for her. She looks like she's really enjoying being there, singing that song, and I think it really works. And I think this was the one that won this semifinal because it was clearly the best. Will it win Melodifestivalen? Probably not, but I think it could do pretty well because it is fun and you can see that she is enjoying it.
Yeah, and finally, Aline.
Oh my god, where do I have to start? Well, same situation as Daughter last week. The snippets came out, everyone was like, or like most people were like negative, and I was like, oh no, please don't let this happen. And I learned from last week that it could be, I'll be wrong, that I could be still right about everything. And I remember when Daughter was like with the last 2, like 1 or 5, I was so scared and so nervous. I thought it was over, and when her name got called, I was so emotional, and this is the same situation. Although I totally believe in Mariette, and I should know that she would qualify, I was so worried because I got influenced by all of the negative comments, and I got so nervous and so scared, and you should have felt my heartbeat. But she did it, and I was so happy, and I even teared a bit. And I don't know why, but it was just such a beautiful moment. And four finals in a row. I'm not in a row, but four finals. I mean, congratulations. I have to be honest, she's not going to win Melodifestivalen again, and I promised her that I will go to Sweden just to attend one of her concerts one day, so I have to do that. Yeah, I just love her so much. I'm sorry. I have to put this message. If you see this, Mariette, I love you so much.
We're at her in the video. See if she reads it in comments. Guys, that was fun. That was Melfest 3 done. Last question for you all. Out of all of the qualifiers and direct qualifiers only, and we're not including Felix Salmon, who's clearly going to qualify for the final, do we think, or who do we think is most likely to win Melfest so far? Let's start with Elliot. One name.
Anna Bergendahl. It's powerful, and I remember it the most.
Nicholas.
Yeah, I'm the same. Anna Bergendahl. It's the best one so far.
Let's go open.
Triple that, Anna Bergendahl. I love her.
Sean's chomping at the bit. Should we come to him next? Let's go to Sean.
I love Anna Bergendahl, and I was gutted that last year's Ashes to Ashes didn't do it. And I'm going to the final, so I can't wait to cheer her on. But I think the Mamas might do it.
Ooh. And Aline, who do you think?
This final is getting so strong, and I love every song so far. So I will end up with 7 winners probably again, like every year. But my vote goes to Daughter because she should be in the middle where my heart's supposed to be. And wow, that song is just wow! It was just amazing. So Daughter for me, yeah.
And I'm kind of torn on this. Actually, I would agree with you. I'd probably go Daughter, but I actually that this is still Felix Sams. I still think there's a race to be run here.
Yeah,
we'll have to see. If he makes the final, and he will make the final, let's face it, I think he's going top 3, possibly top 2. So let's wait and see. It's been great spending time with you. As always, it's a Sunday night with so much going on. Guys in the chat room, those watching on catch up tomorrow night, Monday at 8 Central European time, tune in to see Tom and Joe as they take you through all of the sort of major Eurovision news from the last 48 hours. Do not miss that new show. It's ESC Fan TV Bite Size. Also, you, the fans, can get involved. We want you to send your reaction clips. You have until tomorrow lunchtime to send your 30-second reaction clips from any of this weekend's Eurovision national finals, semi-finals, whatever, even songs that have already qualified. Send them to us, and we'll put them up on YouTube in one big, long video. I'd like to say a big thank you to Oban all the way from Cyprus. Great to see you on the show again, my friend. We'll see you during the week sometime.
Love you all. Thank you for having me. Enjoyed a lot.
Always a pleasure. Sean, great to see you, and enjoy the final when you go.
Will do. Yeah, can't wait. Yeah, should be great. And I'll be watching the Second Chance live at the Manchester Calling event in Manchester. So can't wait for that.
Excellent.
As well. Yeah.
Excellent. And for our international viewers, because there are so many of them, there are all sorts of Eurovision-related events, including Melfest. Turn up and watches at various locations around the UK. I'm sure there are all over Europe. Elliot, great to see you as always.
Thank you. Been a pleasure. I'll be back next Saturday trying to decipher what happened in Ukraine. Let's hope no one gets a contract. Let's hope no one gets a contract thrown at them this year, please.
That's a nice little segue into what else is going on this week. Friday night, you can catch us as we preview Slovenia with Nicholas. On Saturday, you can catch up with Elliot as he runs through the final of Vidbeer. Sunday lunchtime or Sunday afternoon even, we will cover the Poland national final, and Sunday evening, here again, semi-final 4 of Melodifestivalen. Thank you, Aline. Great to see you. Thanks for all your great comments.
Tack så mycket, and see you in Malmö.
We'll see you all soon, guys. Have a great rest of the evening and have a wonderful week. Bye for now.
Bye.